Welcome to Week 15 handicaps. First game up. It was a rough week this week. Didn't hit the Bears pick and didn't hit the Devontae Adams pick, but oh well. Move on. Moving forward. All right, first game up. Thursday night football, 8:16. We have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Atlanta 23.425 points. Tampa 23.485 points. Tampa favored by 4.5. Tampa was upset by New Orleans. I think stay off this game. It's way too close to call. Next game up, the Baltimore Ravens 22.51. Cincinnati Bengals 19.53. The Bengals did beat Cincy a couple weeks ago when they played them. I think this is a no bet. Maybe Cincinnati, Brown for a touchdown, Chase for a touchdown, a couple player props. All right, next game up, 1 p.m. start. Las Vegas Raiders, 27.30 points versus the Philadelphia Eagles, 27.12. Current spread is Philly at 12.5. Philly, I think, wins this game probably, but not by 12.5. It's kind of my read on it. Maybe they win by 10, but I think it's a no bet. All right, next game up, we have 1 p.m. game, Arizona Cardinals versus the Houston Texans. Arizona 21.10 points, Houston 23.58. Houston favored by 9.5. I think this is a no bet. I mean, it's a lot too many points. Houston should win this, but I don't know what we're going to get. So, all right, next game up, Los Angeles Chargers 21.825 points versus Kansas City 25.32. Current point spread is Chiefs for 4.5. I'm tempted to say make this a money pick, but I think Kansas City's just not playing well, and I think they'll bet this game. All right, Buffalo at New England. We have Buffalo 25.38 points. 1.5. Buffalo's favored by New England is 20. So it's 25.38 points for Buffalo, 28.39 points for New England. I'm making this a money pick. Take the money line, plus 100 for New England. I feel New England's just going to outplay Buffalo. New York Jets, next game up, 1 p.m. New York Jets versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got New York Jets 19.78 points, Jacksonville 24.32 points. To me, this is not a good one to bet. That point spread's just too big. Maybe Jacksonville covers that, but it's just too big for me. I won't touch it. Maybe tease Jacksonville down to 6.5, but a lot of value goes down when you do that. Another game, next game up, 1 p.m. divisional game, Washington Commanders versus New York Giants. It's 25.85 points for Washington. New York Giants 22.27. New York Giants favored by 2.5. This is a no bet game. Both teams, a lot of injuries. I think we don't know if Jaden Daniels is going even. I think stay off of it. No bet. 1 p.m. game, Cleveland versus Chicago. This should be an interesting one. 19.53 points for Cleveland and Chicago 24.73. Maybe Chicago beats them by 7.5. I don't know. If I play it, I'm going to tease it down 6.5. I feel that's a much stronger play. All right, next game up. Carolina, 28.8 points. New Orleans, 17.43. And I'm calling this a money pick. Carolina's favored by 2.5. Make it a money pick. 425 game. We have Detroit Lions, 20.8 points versus the LA Rams, 2.25 points. Current points. So Rams are favored by 5.5. This is, to me, a tough game, but if you're going to play it, definitely take the Rams at 5.5. A borderline money pick. All right, Indianapolis Colts, 19 points versus Seattle, 26.02 points. I can't believe Phillip Rivers is now a Colt again. I can't believe the Colts don't have any other options, but he's a Colt, and most likely he's going to play Sunday. Seattle's favored by 13.5. I think it's too many points. I think there's more meat to pick off the bone. Phillip Rivers interception, Smith-Njigba touchdown is ones I like. All right, no bet on that one. Green Bay Packers, 23.33 points. Green Denver, 22.92. Too tough, too close to call. Green Bay's favored by 2.5. If you're going to play it, I would probably play Denver plus the 2.5 or Denver money line. This is a tough one. I'm not going to bet it. All right, Tennessee versus San Francisco. I'm going to say this on money pick. Tennessee 16.80 points. San Francisco 31.37. I think San Francisco, make it a money pick. San Francisco 12.5, make it a money pick. Minnesota Vikings Sunday Night Football 8:20 start versus the Dallas Cowboys. Minnesota 20.27 points versus the Dallas Cowboys 21.14. Cowboys favored by 6.5. And the Cowboys may well cover this. Minnesota did get blown out, but I feel that 6.5 is a big number. So I think it's a borderline money pick. Cowboys at home should beat them. All right, this is our last game of the week. We have the Miami Dolphins versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. 20.57 points for the Dolphins. Pittsburgh 23.67 points for Pittsburgh. Current point spread is Pittsburgh favored by 3.5. If you're going to play this, I don't like that hook. Take it down to 2.5. Pittsburgh at home is very tough. I think Pittsburgh does probably beat them. So Pittsburgh 2.5 is what I like. Making a money pick. And I wrote down a few picks that I like, or as player props. Phillip Rivers interception, Seattle defensive touchdown, Carolina take it 2.5, New England plus 100, Smith-Njigba touchdown, and McCaffrey touchdown. So this week was a bit rough week for me. I was all in on that Bears pick, man. I lost a good chunk of change on that. That game I feel like I lost about 5 years of my life, man. I was watching that game, and it was a crazy game. Caleb Williams made some throws I was really impressed with. The Bears, the only reason the Bears I feel like they outplayed the Packers in the second half. The first half, the Chicago didn't play well. There was an interception they got early on in the game, didn't convert into points. So if they'd convert that into some points, may have been talking something different, and maybe the Bears win that game. And Devontae Adams was a no-show, another bet I had a good chunk of change on. And week to week, some of these touchdowns don't pan out. And I think the defenses adjust as what happens. They start double-teaming players, and I think that's what was happening Sunday. But oh well, trying to move on. And so anyhow, that's what I got on week 15. Phillip Rivers is now a Colt, which I kept thinking when I saw that. I thought, can't they sign anybody else? But they said most likely he's on the practice squad, and he will be playing Sunday, is what I just read on ESPN. So anyhow, that's what I got for this week. Hopefully this is a different week. Every week's different, of course. Let's get these Benjamins. Please like, share, and subscribe. And everybody have a good evening. And next video I do... but before I sign off, let's talk about the Monday night game. So the handicap says the Eagles were going to win. It didn't happen. I didn't see those 4 turnovers happening, 4 interceptions. So I don't know. These Monday night games don't always turn out the way you think they are. So what's wrong with the Eagles? I don't know. Their offense is very inconsistent, so I don't know. I think they're going to be back in the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to be back in the Super Bowl. I mean, they could prove me wrong, but that's what I see at the moment. And I see an NFC Championship, Seattle, Green Bay, or Chicago, Seattle, something along those lines. It's going to be a new team this year, I think. AFC side, New England, Buffalo, something like that. And who wins the Super Bowl? I don't know. It's too early. So, all right, guys, have a great night. And let's get these Benjamins in week 15.